Hey, it's Becky. One of the goals that I make for my business every single year is to have a debt-free Christmas. That means I'm using my 31 paychecks, I'm setting them aside every month so that way when it comes time to buying gifts for the holidays and other things like that, I can pay completely cash for them. Now that comes with a little bit of planning, and if you're on my team, you know that I encourage all of us to think like a CEO, and so that might mean taking 5 minutes, 10 minutes, really sitting down and figuring out what are the goals that you have for your business and what needs to happen if you wanted to have a debt-free Christmas as well. That's what this worksheet is to help you do. So the first thing you're going to do is figure out what your gift budget is. So you might turn the paper over and make a list of all the people that you have to get gifts for, and the kind of the approximation, but that's going to give you an idea of what your gift budget is. And I put that right up here. So let's say your gift budget, for everybody is going to be $500. You can just put that right here. That lets you know that in these months, you need to earn at least $500 commission. So that way 31 can help you pay cash for Christmas. Now, the reason I have us do this towards the end of the year is because we are entering into our biggest selling season of the year. Between September and December, we do anywhere from 40 to 50% of all of our yearly sales. That means these 4 months right here have huge potential for commission checks, for growing into leadership, and for having that cash on hand for Christmas. So this part right here is just to help you think and kind of brainstorm, plan out the math for it. So let's say your average, because as a team, our average is we submit $400 a month in personal volume. That's retail orders, that's party orders, that's maybe when you use your AMP reward from Marketplace. And so with that, we get 25% commission. And then over here, that gives us our total for how much we earn. So we have $400 times the 0.25% commission is going to give you $100. Now, if you're a director, you're getting more than that. You're actually getting 35% commission. And I'm going to fill that part out right here under bonus opportunities, because again, if we're thinking like a CEO, we want to make sure we're getting the most for bang for our buck. So directors, we're getting a 10%. I'm just going to put a 10% commission bonus. That means instead of earning 25% commission on all of our sales, we earn 35% commission. So depending on what your title is, that's what you're going to fill in right here. Okay. Now, if you do that and your budget is $500, then you kind of do the math. So you've got 100, 200, 300, 400. So that if you do our team average, which is $400 a month, that's going to give you about $400 for Christmas. So that lets you know, hey, I've got to step it up a little bit. So I've got to have $500 a month. And then if I'm doing, 25% commission, that's going to get me $125 a month that I can put away for cash for Christmas. Now, let's say you want to take it up even further and you want to do $600. Again, you're doing that 25% commission, and I'm going to go with just 25% because directors, you can add those extras in for you. That's going to give you $150. Now, some of you are working towards leadership, or directors were hitting those numbers, right, of $1,000 a month. Maybe you're working towards the AMP $1,000 incentive, things like that. That's giving you 25% commission, which means you're adding $250 to your Christmas budget. And then right here is just letting you, after you finish filling out the worksheet, it's just letting you get a grand total. And so the goal is to have this amount right here match this amount right here so you can pay cash for Christmas. And then right here is just this little thing. So I like to put it up so that way I can keep myself on track that I need however much PV each month to pay cash for Christmas. And if you're on my team, what I would love for you to do is I would love for you to fill this in and then send it to me so that way we can help each other keep on track. Now, I want to fill this part out because this is always the fun part. These are the bonus opportunities. So sometimes it's more than just about the commission. There's a lot of other ways that we can increase our Christmas budget. We talked about the 10% commission bonus for directors. If you've promoted to senior consultant, so senior consultant is when you have two team members and they both sold their first 1,000. So you've got those 2 PICAs, right? So what happens is you get a little pay raise also. So you give yourself a little pay raise. Who doesn't want a raise, right? We also have, if you are a new consultant, you're getting your Wishes Quick Start. So for every $1,000 you submit, right, you're submitting $1,000, and then you're getting 200 points in Wishes. And you can save those up for a Disney gift card, a Visa gift card, or you can cross some of those names off the list with free products and supplies. Now, if you're a sponsor, like we were talking about senior consultants and director, if you sponsor a new consultant and she hits her first 1,000 while she's in Quick Start, you're going to get 400 points. And again, you can translate that to free product. You can translate that to Visa gift cards or Disney gift cards at certain levels. And so all of these ways are different ways that you can give yourself some bonus opportunities as well. So again, this is just a way to think like a CEO, filling out the worksheet to pay cash for Christmas. And then I made it so that way it's easy to put up and you have this right in front of your face, because when you're thinking like a CEO and you're making goals, you want to make sure to keep them in front of you. And it's like the quote that I always love: failing to plan is planning to fail. So if you want to pay cash for Christmas, you want to make sure that you have a plan.